Hello, everybody.
So let's go to Angelica Jackson and Tavari Jackson versus Douglas Paul. This is file number 241194. It is a claim for a vehicle that was purchased. The plaintiff is requesting $5,779.04 regarding this. So first of all, let me explain to everybody that's here what we're doing. Small claims is a separate division of the 3B District Court. District Court has jurisdiction of civil matters up to $25,000. There's a special division called the Small Claims Division where the court has jurisdiction for up to $7,500. In small claims court, neither party is allowed to have an attorney. There is no formal record being made in small claims court. There is no appeal from small claims court. We don't strictly follow the rules of evidence or procedure. We can take hearsay in the form of letters or affidavits or other things. But once we begin, there's no appeal. Any decision in small claims is final. Either party has the right to remove the matter from small claims to the general division of the court. You have to tell me before we begin. Ms. Jackson, are you ready to proceed? And Tavari Jackson, you're there also?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Paul, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go back to the on-base version of the complaint. He was very dishonest with me what was wrong with the vehicle. It turns out the vehicle has major issues. And it's about all I know. All right, so there's a number of other pages attached here. Ms. Jackson, you purchased a vehicle from Mr. Paul?
Yes, sir.
And what was it?
It was a Murano Nissan. It's a 2009.
Yes, a Nissan Murano. How did you come to find it?
Marketplace.
Was there a warranty regarding this sale?
No. Yes, sir.
What was the purchase price of the vehicle?
$33.50.
So you bought the vehicle for $33.50. Do you still have it?
Yes, sir. It's
And you
part-
believe he owes you $5,905?
So that was the first estimate for the transmission because it's the transmission. There's a second another estimate. It's $4,346.60 or 86 cents. The
So
reason why
he has to pay you more than you paid for the car, and you get to keep the car, and there was no warranty on the car? I'm not
Well,
sure
when
I'm
I-
following your logic.
when I filed, they told me there was not going to be in the court, like they said it's going to be hard for the judge to basically ask to get their money back and me return the vehicle. So the reason why the car, it has a lot of mileage, that's for a new transmission. For a used transmission, it's $4,346.86. The reason why I said for the first one is because the mileage on the vehicle is chances that the engine can give out. He never stated that anything was wrong with the transmission. Found that out on my own. Because when we purchased the vehicle, we took it on the highway. We already had the vehicle. He had his the money already. We took it on the highway. It started slipping. So I tried to reach out to him. He never responded. So finally, we parked it at home, took it to AutoZone. They told me it was the transmission. That was first. the first person that I took to look at it. Second was another mechanic. But this mechanic, he said there's a lot of codes are coming up for the transmission. But unfortunately, I don't work on transmissions, but I'm getting a lot of codes for the transmission. Finally, the third person, that's a transmission shop. They said the transmission, no good, completely no good. So this is the estimates that they had.
So you took it to Earl's Transmission Service in Grand Rapids, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, you want him to put in a brand new transmission in this used car you bought. I'm trying to determine how many miles on it. I don't know if I could find that anywhere.
It has 216 and 888 miles. Which when I seen the vehicle, the picture on the vehicle that he put on Marketplace, it showed way less mileage than.
All right, well, how many miles did you put on it?
Just bringing it home and well, put mileage on my vehicle to go get the car, brought it home. That's in Wayland, and then just brought it to the shop. So AutoZone, I brought it to the shop, and both of my shops are connected to each other. I have not drove the car since. There's no driving in the vehicle at all. It's been parked for almost 2 months after finding out the transmission.
All right, Mr. Paul, you're also under oath. What's your story here?
Yes, sir. I had made an appointment with them, and they were an hour late. When they did arrive, their car was kind of in disrepair. The hood was up, and I thought they'd just been in a wreck. But anyway, they did spend 2 hours looking at the vehicle. I had started to tell her about the vehicle, and she informed me that I should not speak with her, that she had brought her own mechanic, and that I should speak with him. So I did and told him everything about it, and he checked it out for, like I said, 2 hours. They went for a long test drive. The vehicle performed flawless. I got ready to consume the sale. She asked him if the mechanic, if everything was fine. And at that time, it was. Everything was working. And I'm not sure why she's mentioning something about the mileage. The mileage was correctly stated in the ad to what it was. So I'm not sure where she's coming up with that. I was not dishonest at all. There's nothing there that I was dishonest about. In fact, I asked her, I said, I'm glad you did bring a mechanic, because obviously the sale is as is. And the vehicle was in fine condition at the time that that they took off, even though they shorted me $40, and I repaired their hood so that they could leave. Obviously, I'm sorry that she feels this way, but at the time of the sale, there wasn't anything wrong with it, and they drove it fine, and their mechanic gave it the full thumbs up.
All right, Ms. Jackson, anything else you wish to say?
Actually, I do. Tavari.
All right, how are you connected to this?
This is my wife.
Okay.
Then we were together.
Were you there the day it was purchased?
Yes,
Okay,
I was.
very
Sir.
good.
And
What do you want to tell me, Mr.
honestly,
Jackson?
we were not there for 2 hours. It did not take 2 hours. It was still daylight when we left. We got about maybe 10, 30 minutes away. He reached out to him. He never answered, never returned the call. Honestly, he
was the first
person
to drive the car.
He was in the car with us when he test drove the car. He drove the car. Then he had my brother-in-law. He knows about cars. He drove it back. He said it seemed good. We even had to stop at a gas station for 10 minutes because it started.
Why was that?
It started showing the
You said-
slipping.
You said when was that or why was that?
Yeah, so it already started to show slippage while you were test driving it?
Yes.
No,
Okay,
no,
did your-
after we purchased it. After we purchased it.
Oh, on the
we had
way
to
back,
stop.
you had to stop.
Yes. on
Did
the
your
way back.
mechanic brother-in-law bring a diagnostic instrument? Did he bring the plug-in?
No, but
no.
he said he should have. He said he should have.
And I planned on taking it to AutoZone, but I was never familiar where he was located. I've never been over there, so it was a very long distance from AutoZone. And all he kept saying was, "Oh, basically it's time for you to go because the deers love to come out." And
And as far as the car goes,
as far as my car and the hood, I checked because that vehicle, the Murano Nissan, has the same engine as my Nissan Altima.
Versa.
Versa.
And as far as him saying, the only thing he told us he worked on that car was the brakes. He said he did
All right,
all the
well,
brakes.
let me stop you right now. You don't have any claim of action. When you buy a used car with 216,000 miles on it, as is, it means as is. There's no warranty offered on a used car, particularly not from a private owner. You brought somebody with you, you examined it, you drove it, you didn't bring a diagnostic tool. You don't have a warranty to sue on. As is means as is. That's how used cars are sold.
He never told
So
us.
I'm
as
sorry
is.
that you bought a bad car. If you go on Scotty Kilmer's website, he'll tell you what he thinks of Nissan Muranos, Nissan Muranos. But you bought a car with 216,000 miles on it as is, and that's what you got. Yes, that's it.
Your Honor,
Yes.
he never stated as is, and it's not in the
It is
post
as is. He doesn't have to state it. He didn't give you a warranty.
The law
Warranty has
says
to be expressed. There was no warranty on this car. You bought a car with 216,000 miles on it, and it failed shortly thereafter, and I'm sorry about that. But he
Right,
certainly
but we
doesn't have
didn't-
to pay you $5,000 and you keep the car. You get zero,
Can he take
and I'm
his
sorry.
car back, Your Honor?
That's up to him. You bought it. It's as is without a warranty, and you don't collect anything from him. That's how it works when you buy a car from an individual without a warranty. So I
We
find
also-
all right, that's it. I don't want to argue about it anymore. I'm sorry that you don't like it, but that's how it is. You bought a high mileage car with no warranty. It failed and you're stuck with it. And that's a bad situation if it is what it is. Mr. Paul, you're ordered to pay nothing. And that completes this case.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, so there's a caveat. Caveat emptor, buyer beware. When you buy a high mileage car or any used car from an individual seller, there is no warranty. In this case, they wanted to keep the car and him pay $5,000 to repair it. They didn't have a warranty on which to base their claim. And as far as I can tell, there were no false claims.
no transmission. The brakes seemed fine. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.